What's up, DJ fan? Welcome to another video on the channel. Welcome to another episode of Start to Spin. My name is Diego, also known as DJ Pretty Boy, alongside my boy Shay, also known as DJ Shay. And together we started this journey to talk about DJ related content, such as tips and tricks, of our experiences, our knowledge, and just share it with you guys. So whether you are a seasoned DJ or a new DJ just getting started, this is the spot to be. And with that being said, let's go ahead and roll this intro.
All right, guys, welcome back. Another video, another Thursday here.
We had a little break last week, but we're back now.
Yes, I had a gig, so we had to take a break.
I just took the night off.
Yeah, they were just a little lazy. They didn't want to pull up.
I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this without Diego, man.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point like if one of us can make it, I don't think the other one feels like really comfortable to hold a whole hour of just speaking, unless someone else comes in and like makes it easier for us. But let's get into the topic that have all of us here today. We're gonna be talking about how to handle non-danceable crowds, and if time permits, we will also talk about facades versus non-facades, or both. Like what's best for you? What will be your choices? So let's go ahead and just start up with the most important one that I believe is how to handle non-danceable crowds. So Shay, can you give us like tips or the way you process non-danceable crowds, or have you ever had this experience?
Yeah, I think I'll just start off just with a little bit on the topic. But basically, when we start thinking about, or I'm start trying to plan for the event, I start trying to get an idea of what kind of party they're expecting from that first consultation. A lot of times, there's a lot of factors that go into whether it's going to be like, I can tell if it's going to be a dancing crowd or not. One, honestly, right off the top, it's the budget. Sometimes the people that are looking for low budget, just trying to get the cheapest DJ, and if they're trying to like really be like, oh no, we're only looking to pay like $300, $400 for an event, I already start to get the sense that like, maybe they're not really valuing like the dance floor experience or just the music experience in general. They might just be looking for like a background music kind of a thing. So that's one of the clues that kind of tips me off. The other is just also the timing of the event. So kind of like I started talking about in my gig log. When something's like earlier in the day, in the afternoon, when it's super bright, people aren't going to be as inclined to dance. So if I get a inquiry for an event that's in the middle of the afternoon, or it's like a wedding that's like a afternoon, like Sunday brunch kind of wedding, the chances in my head already I'm thinking about is like the chance of people dancing is already way down, because if it's like noon on a Sunday, people are probably not in the mood to dance. And then it's also another thing that it comes down to is you can also just straight up ask the people, the clients, like, oh, like how's your family and friends? Are you guys dancing crowd? Do you guys like to party? And they'll kind of they kind of have an idea too. They'll be like, oh, like, yeah, we're kind of like maybe they'd be like, oh, we're kind of religious. There's not going to be any drinking. People aren't going to get too crazy. So then you're like, okay, well, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna try to expect a big happening dance floor. So I mean that's just a little bit about the initial process, and sort of when you're getting getting the gig, things to think about, and things that can kind of tip you off that, okay, is this going to be a dancing crowd or not? And then there's more to talk about, like, let's say you get there and then you expect them to be dancing and they're not. We'll get to that next. But what about you? What's your sort of approach to a non-dancing crowd, or before or during the whole process?
So first of all, Jason, what's up, bro? This is it features you, because we saw the video that you made about like no matter what you did, you couldn't get these people to dance. And I have experienced that as well. Not on a wedding. Thank God I've never had this on a wedding yet. But I had it on a graduation party, and then I made a gig log about it too. But essentially, pretty much the same as you, Shay. What I do is the first thing I do is when I talk to my clients on my consultation, I do to ask, do you is your crowd a party crowd, or they're just more like a like chill crowd? And I want to say 9 times out of 10, everyone tells me, "Oh yeah, we're a party crowd. We're like we crazy or whatever, right?"
Yeah.
And okay, so you gotta go with whatever they tell you, and based on that, then you start like preparing yourself. Based also a lot of it has to do with the music that they choose too, because when they send you their playlist, you can tell what kind of vibe they're looking at by
Hmm.
the playlist that they're sending you. Another thing to take in consideration is the time of the event. If, like you said, if the party is really early, like let's say you want to start party, like it's from like 3 to 9, like 6 hours, right? 3 to 9, and the party's gonna start around 5. It is bright as heck outside. That does not call to people to want to dance. It takes more than what you will actually take when it's dark. I don't know. For some reason, people just relate darkness with like partying or
Yeah.
like like club vibe or whatever. Now, after that, if you see the that's another thing. The time of the event, asking the family how their family is, how the friends are, and also another thing that I like to take in consideration is while I'm doing cocktail hour, I'm looking at people's reaction, and I always say this on my gig logs. When I do cocktail hour, that's why I love like I don't care if you don't want to do ceremony with us. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. I really don't care for it. But what I do care is cocktail hour. Cocktail hour will tell you a lot about people, and it starts people getting a little buzz in the cocktail hour. So once you get them into the reception, they're already seasoned. They're ready to go. And the more they wait, because they have to go through the introductions, first dance, father and daughter dance, mom and son dance, and then dinner, and then speeches. By the time all of that is over, they just want to get up and dance. So that's another way to help you do this. So now this is pre-event. Now, Shay, what do you do? Like, what are your takes when it comes to like you are at the event, you're playing some fire ass music, and no one is dancing.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
what do
this
you
year,
do?
Jason.
What's your think process? Like,
Yeah. Jason said he knew when he saw the crowd during cocktail and dinner it was going to be a rough night for dancing. Yeah, that's the thing. You can get like here's the thing, like being judgmental overall, right? When I grew up, it's like, oh, you shouldn't be judgmental. Don't judge people. But as a DJ, it's like part of the job, like we're constantly judging people. We're like, all right, this guy is gonna be like the party man, the party guy. This guy is gonna be that drunk guy that's gonna is
we're
gonna
not judging, we're reading.
yeah,
We're
reading.
reading, we're
But it's,
not judging.
you're literally actively judging, and you have to be good at it to be a good DJ too. So, we're constantly reading, evaluating, judging the crowd. Cocktail dinner. You get the idea that like, all right, these guys are not gonna dance. And then even looking at Jason's gig log here, let me just pull it up. I think it looks like this was during the day too. I mean, it's pretty bright. Pretty bright outside, even here in the intros at the beginning. This is Jason complaining that they don't dance, but you could see like this is all daylight coming in here,
Yeah,
so
that's right.
it's pretty bright out there. And so if you've already got a crowd that's like not hype, and then on top of that, you've got it's daytime, it's gonna be really really hard to get them on the dance floor. But yeah, analyzing, that's another good way to put it. But in terms of your question, what to actually do. So I actually this stuck with me. I heard Nick Spinelli say this, and it stuck with me because like he's like, well, on YouTube, he's one of the best at mixing, and just in general, like his word plays, his mixing is like is number one. So what he said is, even, you know, he gets dance floors sometimes that people aren't dancing, and you're like, what, like, what's going on? Like, I'm playing the songs I'm playing, these should all work. Like, you're not playing, you know, you're playing like the usual stuff. And what he said is that, you know, don't, if the dance floor isn't like, you know, people aren't reacting to the songs, don't just keep playing bangers and trying to like get people on the dance floor, because what people are going to then think is like, oh wow, look at, he's like, you know, wasting, he's there. People are going to be able to tell basically that you're trying too hard to try to get people on the dance floor. So just like keep doing what you're doing, keep mixing, and slowly try to build it up, you know. And this is more like, you know, at the beginning of the dance floor, it's like, you know, you should open the dance floor, nobody's dancing, but just slowly build it up. And this is just in terms of the music. There's obviously, I think Jason did it perfectly. You know, there's all these other ways you can get people on dance floor, doing line dances, doing games and stuff like that. But talking like in a pure mixing wise, like, I feel like people, or like if you're a novice, you might think like, oh, I need to play like a better song. I need to play a more hype song. Like, you might start wasting all your bangers trying to be like, I need to get people on the dance floor. But don't do that. You know, they might just not be ready yet. You know, maybe they're still talking. So don't freak out. Don't start like, you know, using all your bangers in attempt to get people on the dance floor. Just slowly build up the vibe. Once you get a few people, try to keep them there with what works. As people see more people on the dance floor, they'll slowly gravitate towards you, and you know, come and join on the dance floor. So that's what Nick Spinelli said, and I've found that work for me a few times. You know, especially in the beginning, right, when you open up the dance floor and nobody comes to the dance floor.
Have you ever experienced that, like an empty dance floor for a good amount of time?
Not at a wedding, but I have at, like, you know, some graduation party, like in the afternoon. I was like, there's, no matter what I play, no matter what I do, like, they're not gonna dance. Like, and actually, coincidentally, Brian S. Red made a video about this too. But sometimes, you know, if people are just still at the party, they're talking to each other, they're having a good time, like, that might be what they want to do. Like, that could still be a successful night for you as a DJ, because as long as you're keeping people in the room, you might just be there for background music. And if everybody's there, they're enjoying, maybe they're listening to music in the background, they're enjoying it, they want to talk to people they haven't seen there in a long time. You know, a full dance floor isn't always like, you know,
Like the best,
the
yeah.
telltale sign of like, you did a good job as a DJ. So
But that's the thing. That's what, like, the mentality of a DJ, and like what we think is expected of us is a packed dance floor.
yeah,
And it's not always like that. And
yeah,
I come to understand that, but at the same time, it does feel weird or awkward to like be playing music and like no one is, like, you know, no one is dancing. And again, it has never happened to me, thank God. It has never happened to me on a wedding. It has happened to me on two graduation parties that they won't dance, and I was playing everything. I played every genre I could, and they wouldn't dance. However, they in on their seats they were moving and like singing along, so they were enjoying it. However, they weren't dancing at that time. At that point, I was like, okay, these people are not gonna dance. However, as long as if I keep getting them hooked into like the music, as long as they're singing, they're enjoying it, and if they're enjoying it, they should be happy.
yeah,
So that's how I saw it. But it took me a little bit. Like at first, I was like, "Damn, I suck." Like this is the first
yeah,
one that it's a fail, and it wasn't, because at the end of the party, the dad came out to me. He was like, "You guys did amazing." A couple of people came out to me asking me for business cards, and in my head, I was like, "Are you serious? Like what?"
uh,
But I was like, "Hey, here's a business card." But you know, at the end of the day, I literally, after the event, I sat down in my car with like my boy Randy and Pee Wee, because they both were there. And I sat down and I was like, bro, like I've never experienced like this type of event like this. But the outcome was great.
yeah.
So it was just weird. So after that, I'm
If
glad it happened to me.
Yeah,
Yes.
because if you think about it, it's like, okay, if people are staying there at the party, right? They're having a good time. You know, they're talking to people, they're drinking, they're eating. it's like, you know, that at the end of the day, it's like if people stay there and they like the vibe, that music that you're playing is contributing to that too. So, you know, you're as a DJ, or, you know, if you think like only that, okay, the sign of success is a full dance floor. It's you might start thinking, oh, I need to turn the music up louder. Maybe they can't hear me. But then, you know, your music is just going to make it harder for them to do what they're enjoying, you know. So it's just like, just trust the process, you know. Just play the music that fits the mood. If you get people dancing, you know, you do. And if you don't, then that's, you know, you can kind of tell, like, you know, these people are just, they're not the dancing type.
That's one thing I would never do. Raise out the volume.
Yeah.
Because it can't. No, that doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It'll just make people be like, oh shit, like let's get out of this. Let's leave the room.
More annoying, and then people leave. Because like
exactly.
I've been to events where DJs, like, they have the music so fucking loud.
Yeah,
like, bro, it's not a club. This is a private event. Like,
yeah,
there's no need to have it so loud. Let's go ahead and read some of this because we're getting behind. So Smiley, he says, shoot, we had a quinceañera. We threw bangers of different genres to see if anything, but different people came up to us and said the crowd was just chill and felt they didn't want to act the fool. Wow. And then the next one says, yeah, on a quinceañera, that's weird. Those are like, once the party starts, that's the most lit, you know, the most lit it will get. They were Guatemala. I mean, I don't know. I've never had a problem with Guatemalans, like, not dancing. That's weird.
But sometimes also, you know, like, if people are, sometimes it's like they're from like a certain church, or, you know, they're like more religious, and, you know, they're like, they don't have alcohol there or something, you know, and then it's like everybody's just like more, you know, just more like you know, I'm not uptight, but they're not like getting loose the same way, you know, like at a regular party.
Yeah, but but that's weird. Like, if you know your people is not like that, then don't do a huge party.
Yeah.
They sound smaller or something, you know, like.
So yeah, I've done weddings like that but it's like, you know, they're like, oh, we just want background music, and then they're also, you know, so it's a wedding where I've been told ahead of time that, like, we're not gonna have a dance floor, it's just background music. But nice, so like, you got on the preferred vendor list at the venue.
Yeah, so that's good. That means that you did it right. Whether they dance or not, like, they still liked you, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. And I'm curious in that gig, because I don't know if you mentioned it, but was the couple, like, if you had this conversation with them, were they like expecting there to be like a dance floor and then the people to be dancing? Because sometimes they just know, like, their family, you know, or the guests they're inviting.
They let you know? Yeah, they let you know, like, we're not a dancing crowd, so.
Yeah. Because otherwise, it's it's like they're like, some people just aren't like that, you know, and they just like to chill and.
But, you know, there's also the other way around. When I spoke to my couples, Nora and Austin, they told me that their crowd was not a dancing crowd, and they were partying the whole freaking Sunday. Like, literally, I had them dancing the whole night, and then at the end of the night, they came up to me like, "Wow, you made our non-danceable crowd dance. That was crazy." And I was like, well, it didn't look like it was a non-danceable crowd. It looked like you guys really like to dance. So, you know, it was pretty fun. It was a pretty fun event. That's
always better. It's worse. I've never had a situation where they're like, yo, yeah, we're a crazy crowd, we love to dance, and then, like, nobody dances. I'd be like, oh shit. Then I'd be like shitting my pants, dude. I'd be like, oh, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, so they were not a dancing crowd. Well, okay, so in this case, let's say they tell you, okay, look, we want to hire you, blah, blah. My crowd is not a danceable crowd. So you're going there with an expectation that you're not gonna get much dancing or any dancing at all. What do you do?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll refer to, so Jason did two things that I would also do. You know, I don't always play line dances, but if it was like a crowd that was like a little bit older and, you know, like, I feel like they would respond to line dances, I would throw a line dance in there.
I think everyone responds to line dance.
Yeah. Everyone would do it. That's the thing. It would get people on the dance floor. The only problem is, and I think it kind of happened to Jason. It's like, okay, once the line dance is over, then how do you keep them there? And that's the thing.
Okay, another one.
do the line dance and then leave. Yeah, you could just play line dances all night on repeat. Just hit wobble, again, electric slide, and
the
cotton bag
Macarena.
Joe. Yeah, Macarena, YMCA. That's not really a line dance, but at least they have moves to
But
do.
it has a dance.
Yeah, it has a dance.
To it.
So yeah, and then but things that I do, right, to kick off a dance floor, to get people on the dance floor. So start with a slow dance. Throw a slow dance on there and be like, all right, if you came here with someone special, come to the dance floor, and that'll get couples on the dance floor, and it'll get the old people on the dance floor, because sometimes they love to do that. So I'll throw a slow dance on there. And then slow dance, you can also play for a lot longer. So then it kind of gives me a chance to think about what I'm going to do next. So I'll do a slow dance as a way to get people on the dance floor. Another thing is I try to get the bride and the groom, right? So the dance floor is also going to be really dependent on the bride and the groom. If the bride and the groom are off doing something else, taking pictures, and not on the dance floor is always not going to be up to that same like potential and the level that it can get to. So I'll try to get the bride and groom on the dance floor if there's some special song, and I'll get everyone around them and get everyone energized around the bride and groom. So that's another, I guess, thing that you could do to get people back onto the dance floor, is find where the bride and groom, and see if you can get them on the dance floor with a song that they really like, and the people will probably follow them as well. There was one more thing I was going to say, but I forgot. What about you? What tricks do you have?
Well, the first thing that comes into my head when people are not dancing is like doing a game, like a wedding game, like the shoe game, or like a picture dash, or like things like that will get the crowd to build a connection with the crowd. Some type of game. And then after that, like, I don't really like to rely on line dances unless it's on the playlist that they sent me. If it's not on the playlist that they sent me, at least on a wedding, I'm not gonna play it. I don't play line dances unless it's requested on the songs,
or if you're not dancing,
or if it's a quince, then yes, I will. I'll play them because I know it's gonna work.
Yeah,
their kids are there and they're all from high school, so I know it's gonna work. But besides that, I'm not gonna play a line dance unless it's on the playlist. Then so I will do that. Like, just, I mean, again, it really depends. I would talk to the clients first and be like, yo, so we're having a really hard time dance, like with the music. Well, not with the music, we're having a really hard time getting people to dance. How about if we do this? Like, I will propose games, or like the picture dash, or something to get that connection, and with the hopes that everyone would join. Then if that doesn't work, then I will go into like a light dance, and I would definitely go for the chachas, like, because it's the one that everyone knows, and they will at least get to dance that one. And then once we have them in there, just have Pee Wee or myself just say, all right, guys, if you really love the
bride and groom,
let's go ahead and keep partying, and just play a hit, something that everybody's gonna like. Yeah, so play something that everybody's gonna like. It really depends on the amount of people. So if let's say the church is like, if you have a whole bunch of like just kids, then obviously you're not gonna play a banger from like the 70s or 80s. There's no point. They're not gonna like it. But if you see like there's like a mixture, then you'll play something around in the 2000s, or like Pitbull or something like that everybody knows. Now, if you see like in the churches, like there's a lot more older people, then yeah, you can play like, I don't know, like September, or like YMCA, or like Dancing Queen. There's things that are gonna make people dance. Another thing that I pay attention a lot is in my head, and like, I don't know, I get, it's not just in the Hispanic community, it's in every single community. If you get the girls dancing, the guys are gonna come along. So that's how you build the dance floor as well. You gotta shoot for the girls. So start throwing some like girl songs, like the Unwritten, like
maybe
the
Taylor Swift or something.
Yeah, Taylor Swift. you know,
Girls
like
just want to have fun, dancing queen, those two also.
yes, yes, that, or like give me by
Yeah, yeah, ABBA.
ABBA. Yeah, so those also work
Yeah,
when you're trying to get at least the girls to come and dance. And once they come, it's just like a magnet, and the guys are whoop, they go in there. So that's another thing that you can use to build in the crowd dancing. Now, if like Jason, if you're doing this and you're doing like the cha-cha slide and you throw another line dance, then after that you play something else and just doesn't work, at that point you need to come to terms and be like, okay, I'm pretty much just background music. And
yeah,
at that time, just have fun
yeah,
with the music that you're gonna play. Also, you can test and try different things, because at that point nobody really cares about, like, you're not cutting anybody's flow when they're dancing. When they're dancing they have a flow. Like, and when you play salsa, you can't quick mix on salsa, because they dance in a specific way. So if you cut it, you cut the flow of the dancing. I'm not saying it's impossible. You can mix, you can quick mix salsa, yes. But if people are dancing, you don't want to do that, because
yeah,
it cuts it off, and then you're just gonna get dirty looks.
yeah,
It's not the same with like reggaeton or like merengue, cumbia. You can mix it quick, and the beat stays the same. But salsa goes up and down, up and down, up and down. So it's not gonna work. So
yeah,
things like this you also gotta take in consideration. But at the end of the day, man, if the people just not dance, oh, like, and actually one more thing, like you said, when if nobody's dancing, another thing that I will do is I will go up to the bride and groom and be like, yo, I need you guys to be on the dance floor, so I can grab from there, build, and get everyone in there to dance with you. One thing I
yeah,
don't do is play slow songs. I hate romantic music. I hate slow songs. Unless they request it, I'm not playing it. I hate slow songs.
yeah.
I don't like it. So I don't play it. If they request it, I'll play it. But if not, like, the lowest I'll go is
If you
R&B.
Yeah,
That's the
if you get it,
lowest.
if you get in a situation like that, then you gotta try everything. Then give it a try. Maybe it'll work.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, that would be definitely my last resource.
That's
Like,
just
play last resource. Like, I've done everything and nothing worked. Then I'll do that. Besides
let's
that, I
see.
don't play slow. Like, you, I don't think you haven't seen any of my giggles. You don't see any slow song in it.
Any slow songs?
Besides
Yeah,
besides like the first dance or whatever, or like their dance, you haven't, like, I haven't had any slow song, and
yeah.
unless they want to have like the goodbye, like the last dance or
Song?
something,
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, like the
Yeah,
last dance. All right,
yeah.
let's hit some
So
of these comments here. So I don't think we said this one, but Smiley basically just said, yeah, they did say it wasn't really a dancing crowd. We had a few people say with their culture they feel others will judge them for having a good time as if they were acting wild. Hmm.
that's religion.
Yeah,
A lot of people, especially in
that's what I was saying.
the
That's what I
Hispanic community, yo, they're very judgmental.
Yeah, like, oh, like you shouldn't be having that much fun. Yeah, so
Yeah,
Jason played all the line dances, and he tried that as well. I think it's probably talking about a game or something, but yeah. So this is the other thing. If there's some kind of drama behind the scenes, he try to slow dance, and only 3 couples danced. Yeah, that's the thing. I did a wedding too. One of my first weddings where I was DJing and I was like, it was dancing time, and they told me they weren't expecting like crazy dance floor, but I was like, I'm playing bangers. I was like, all right, whatever. No one's dancing. No one's dancing. But then afterwards, I found out there had been a fight like between two like of the dads, like a physical, like like a fist fight, and that's why everybody cleared out. But I was like, I had no idea. So sometimes you don't know. And then in this case, it's like there might be some just like family drama or something like that that you don't know
dude,
about.
that sucks in a wedding, like drama, like that type of drama,
Yeah,
especially with like family. It
for sure,
sucks.
dude. For sure.
Jason said, I came to terms with it after I tried everything. I said, we're just gonna play fun music, and if they dance, they dance. I left there not frustrated because I knew I gave it all to my client. Yeah. See, that's the main thing. As long as you know that you gave it your 100%, try your best to make people dance, and they don't dance. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is that they tell you you did a great job. if you hear that from the clients, you did what they wanted you to do, whether
Yeah.
the people dance or not. Like you can't force people to dance either. So um, reassurance is also a good thing when you hear from clients or even like people that are just around there when they tell you, hey, you're doing great, or you did a good you did a good gig or whatever. Then yeah, those are great comments to hear, especially on those times when you cannot get no one to dance. I did a corporate, well, Smiley said, I did a corporate event last Thursday. I DJ, my wife ran the 360 photo booth, and we also took the regular photo booth too. Everyone was happy and glad about it. They said we had a hit for the event all day.
Nice, man.
Oh, yeah, things like that are beautiful to hear. Like it's amazing to hear that. Hopefully, I don't get stuck in the car wash again.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
smart to record while you're doing something like that. You're stuck in the car wash. You're like, all right, let me just record the last part of this gig log.
I had to
Crazy.
download a lot of clean music, but bangers. I had people twerking with this thing.
Oh
But
damn! At a corporate event, bro. Yeah, that's
see,
crazy.
that's another thing. Like I don't know, and like I've never heard of this sexy red. I thought it was a guy. It's actually a girl, I guess. So when I was doing the event with my boy Randy, I did the school
Oh,
event.
the school one. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. So it was his event. Again,
Yeah.
I just DJ'd, and but it was his event. He got it. So a lot of people, not a lot, but a few people came up to me and they were like, "Yeah, can you play Sexy Red?" And I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" And and then I turn around and then I'm like, "Yo, who?" Because I mean, yeah, he should know.
Yeah.
And I'm
You
like, "Yo,
should know.
He's
She's
Sexy Red."
dude, she's super famous right now. She's like like one of the top artists for all the like high school age kids.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't really care for like the new hip hop for
Yeah,
now.
it's the
I
new
don't really.
school hip hop
Yeah, so I don't really care for it. Unless it's in my playlist to play.
from the
I,
from the.
I don't listen. I don't listen to it.
So what'd you
So
do? Did you play the song?
no, I didn't. And the reason why I didn't is because he told me not to. He was like, "Oh no, she is dirty. No, don't play
Yeah,
her."
that's too dirty. That's a middle school, right?
Yeah, middle school, and I was like,
Yeah,
"All right,
bro.
man." I was like, "It's your call. You
Yeah.
tell me if you're okay with it. I'll play it. If not, then not." I played I don't know what song I played, and then he was like, and I was like, "It's clean. It's a clean version." And he was like,
Which one was
"Oh,
it?
uh, what which one? I think it.
The
I
older
think it
older
was.
one? Get Low, maybe? Was it
I
something
think it was
low?
low. I think it was low. Yeah.
Oh, low,
I
but
think it was
yeah.
low. I was like, "It's a clean version. Don't worry. It's a clean
Yeah.
version." But
That's
he's
still a
high. He's
banger
like,
right now. It's crazy. I thought that song was so old, but like even the young crowd, like kids, like it's like it's one of those like timeless songs now. I didn't realize that song was like
yeah,
so popular, even with the
yeah,
younger
dude.
people.
Yeah, from Usher.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
play it, and everybody's like dancing like it's like
yeah,
a hit now.
yeah. It's
So
sick though. Some of those
yeah,
songs are still they become like the classics now. You know, like everybody knows them.
anything Pitbull too, like Timber. Timber is huge. Like, and apparently it's huge in middle school too.
Oh,
I played
really?
a joint and like all the girls were like just yelling, like
Yeah,
ah,
that's crazy, dude. Dude, yeah,
yeah,
that was good, dude. That was the first time I've seen you do like anything that wasn't like a Hispanic party, like some kind of
yeah.
something Hispanic in it, you know?
Honestly, I was scared, bro. To be honest, and to let all of you guys know, I was scared. I was like, at first I was shedding my pants, bro, because I've never done like a school event,
Yeah,
and the majority of these kids are like white. They were white and like Middle Eastern kids, and very few blacks, and the only Hispanics I think were like the cleaning crew.
they're all like they all see you
Yeah,
as a DJ. They're like, yo, what the fuck, this guy?
yeah, they were like,
Yeah,
but luckily it came out. It came out good. Everybody loved it. It was
yeah, that
so
was
so
sick,
it was
dude. Yeah,
so fun. It
that
was
was
so
dope.
fun.
I thought I was watching one of Envision's videos. The way the crowd was going
Okay,
crazy,
not like
bro.
that. It's
Yeah.
not like that. The vision is sick.
Oh, they were
You-
hyped though. They were hyped though. That was sick.
Yeah, but again, it goes back. It goes back to like the crowd. That those kids were hyped to
Yeah,
like dance. There was people who wasn't there to hype them up.
Yeah, yeah,
It was just myself and the music, and like Randy every now and then he would jump in the mic and like say something, but he's not a hype man.
yeah, yeah.
He's not that. So uh, they they just party, and I think it's just based on like all the music that I remember that I've worked on quinces
Yeah, that's true.
work there
That's
too, and
true.
also weddings because the same songs work
Your
in this
wedding.
yeah in the wedding the
And you have
same.
to play clean. You're playing clean music anyway,
Again,
so
I
it's,
had that was another thing. Like majority of my stuff is I have
yeah,
a crate that's just like clean music. I even have a crate that's like hip hop cleans, and then everything,
yeah,
all the hip hop I have clean is there. So I can use that.
the
But
clean stuff.
yeah, the clean stuff. But it's just like reconforting to see the reaction of the kids. I didn't think I was able to that I could do that.
Yeah.
Like
No, I was
I was
thinking middle school is harder than high school, honestly, because middle school they're still like a little bit awkward, like they're not like they haven't like they don't have the same like confidence yet as in high
yeah
school.
yeah yeah.
So for kids in middle school to go crazy, it's actually I think it's a lot harder than high school events. Let's see here what Smiley said. He went hood. Yeah, bro, ski yee. He played ski yee at the corporate event. That's sick. They felt like it was a cool vibe, like a cookout type. But that means he was playing all the hip hop stuff. He turned into a cookout. That's sick,
So,
man.
let me see. Oh yeah.
You miss anything else? All right, cool.
Now onto the second subject of
Yeah,
the matter.
yeah. This was also from YouTube. I saw so Daryl Bennett made a video. I liked it because he was like it was kind of controversial, but he was like trying to start up a discussion about using a facade versus using a facade and using a furniture.
Yep, corporate events folder. Yeah, it's more.
Yeah.
Mine says hip hop cleans. That's what it says.
Yeah, clean. I have a club folder, so I'm like, that's where I put all the dirty music too for the club. So it's like, all right, so I know all the club stuff is in there. But basically, look, he says this. Look, a facade, which is interesting, right? A facade behind a DJ booth looks bad. That's what DJ Daryl Bennett said. And so there's a lot of guys that do this. I
Yeah,
personally, I was thinking about doing this myself because I actually kind of like the way it looks. But he goes on to say, it increases the visual footprint, but it doesn't blend into the venue as nicely. And sometimes it can't be helped if you can't fit. But then, if you okay, basically, it's going really fast. So basically, what he said is that sometimes you can't fit all your equipment just in your booth, right? Like some of those people that have that the horrorboard booth,
yeah,
or some of the other like this type of furniture that he just showed. That one you can't fit like mics and mixers in it like we do in the lavish booth. So people put it behind the facade. But what he's saying is that it stands out, and basically the point of having furniture is for everything to look sleek and not to look like more bulky. So I don't know. What do you think about that? What is your thought on, first of all, just like on how it on the appearance of like a facade behind your DJ booth when you have a furniture?
I thought it was a smart move to do that to put a facade behind it, but then when I saw like from the front, uh, I didn't really like it because of the simple fact that I went into the lavish booth because I didn't want to use a facade anymore for
Mm-hmm.
my weddings and my quinces. I just feel like it looks just not not sleek, not like wedding worthy, you know.
When you have a
Um,
facade, yeah.
that yeah. So, and that's why now I don't use a facade. I use my booth, and it also invites the crowd to like come up to me and like talk to me, or like,
Right.
oh Huey, and not to be. I'm not reserved. I'm not like unreachable. You can come to me and ask for a song or whatever. So I like that. And that's why I went for the lavish booth because I I thought that I saw that I liked it better, and the facade definitely I didn't like the facade. Now, I wish I was taller so I could have a T instead of like the extent that I have, but I have to
Right.
work with what works with my height. So that works with my height right now.
Bro,
So
I still think that Rockville, the RPT Go will come down low enough for what you need.
I guess I will have to
Yeah, you can
give it a
see if
try.
you want to take the chance with the price of that thing, but
Yeah. Well, another thing is like built, like having like custom made, like built one for me. But I'm not
yeah,
like a handy guy, so I have no idea how to do that. I will
yeah.
have to get someone to like build it for me. But I feel
But I
like
do think, bro, I think that art the Go, because that's the main thing. The difference is between the one you have, right? It like only locks till here. The Go can shrink down further than the one you have, so it should
but
go down lower than.
when I did the research, I thought, oh, I could have misread, but it said like 39 was the lowest, and 39 is too high. I needed to be 36. So when I put the
I
booth,
can't. Yeah,
it's at
I'll look
39.
into it. I thought I read 32 to be honest, but maybe if we have time, we can do that. We can.
32 is a name. PT whatever 32s. That's the names. 32s is on the
Okay, yes,
name.
so there you go. 30. Maybe that I got
Yeah, but
32.
it's not 32. It's 39. I measured it.
Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if it says online because I'm pretty sure it goes. But here, Smiley has some input. He says he don't like the idea behind the furniture. It's not there doing anything but hiding boxes. Personally, I think furniture should have everything ready to go for no facade back there. So I there's parts that I agree and there's a part that I disagree about. So what I'll say is that like the reason I paused on this part, right, is because rather than having these like black cords visible back here, right, where you could see like it going into the wall, I honestly think it would look cleaner if there was a facade back there just covering up like all these wires and shit like in the back. And mainly that's in this specific picture. But the times that I've found that like I need he the word he uses here, which I like, is visual footprint. So like in a big venue, right, like a big ballroom where it's like high ceilings, everything's like grand. I feel like my DJ setup becomes so tiny when I just have like my little podium booth, where I want to like basically take up more space in the ballroom to make it look like a little bit more like, okay, the DJ's setup is there, like that's his area. So in those kind of situations, I feel like having the facade not in front, because yeah, obviously the whole point of our podium is so like you're there, but having it behind you, you can light it up. It can be kind of part of your like facade's aesthetic too. And so it kind of helps make you have a little bit bigger of a footprint in usually like a larger area. In small venues, yeah, I don't think there's like not any need for it, and you can blend in much better with a booth. But I feel like in the end, it's nice to have both. So it's like when you're doing a bigger venue and it's say you want to have add some more lighting behind you and kind of take up some more space, you can put the facade back there to hide some stuff, yes, but also just to make your setup look a little bit bigger than just like your small little booth in the corner and in such a otherwise large ballroom where like everything is like grand and
To,
much bigger.
to me, the smaller my setup is, the better. To me, I like it. I like it. Like I don't want to be noticeable. Like if
Mm.
you, I want you to pay attention to the music, not me. Like at the end of the day, at the end of the night, yes, you can come up to me or whatever, and like thank me or come up to me and say you sucked or whatever. I don't care, but I don't want to be noticeable in when I'm there because I'm not the point. You know, it's that the.
Yeah, yeah. I see what you mean.
So I feel like having like the facade in the back, it just looks a little cheap. I
Hmm.
don't know if yeah, it just looks a little, to me, it looks it looks a little
Yeah.
cheap. Or like you just got lazy and didn't want to put your shit in your car or in a closet. You just threw everything back there. Now I seen like some guys that they have like huge ass racks where like whole bunch of like power conditioners and
Yeah,
no
then you need it.
all of the 9 yard things. Okay, then you kind of need that because you don't want to, like you're trying to make it as clean as possible. But for what I take, or like for what you take, we don't really need the facade in the back, unless you're trying to hide your bags and your
Right.
that cable management. As long as you have it taped up and like obviously try to hide it as much as you can. That's why I use my towers when I do my setup. You notice it's my my X10 with the booth. I do the booth, and I put my towers right next to my booth, because that helps me to hide the cables, and then all I have to do is tape whatever shows. You feel me? And then I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
take.
You could
That's
use
the reason.
your towers for that.
Yes, so that's the reason why I use my towers right next to my thing, and now my speakers. I put my speakers, like, I spread them out to
Yeah,
get, like, also to get better coverage. But the towers are kind of bulky, and when you put the screens, it covers a lot.
yeah. Covers
So
like
that
some of the
that's how I do it, and then I just tape, around it, so I don't have
yeah.
to use that much tape. But when
So
you have it
yeah,
like
so the
this
thing,
here,
you have the tower. I don't have towers, but I think the towers also kind of add to that. Like it already adds to the space that you're taking up, you know, because it's like
yeah,
you have four towers too sometimes. So like if you're doing a big sub, you'll have four towers next to you,
yeah,
plus the speakers, and then so it kind of takes up more space. Here I brought this example up because this is too legit setup, and so he has everything he needs on his furniture, but
yeah,
he adds the facade in the back, and this is what I mean. Like he kind of just uses it as another thing to sort of light up and just add a little bit of that extra like footprint there on his. So I liked when I saw how he did it too. I liked how he's using it basically just as like another lighting piece almost, and he also put the 360s tubes, which we've talked about, we aren't fans of, but what's cool is the facade blocks it blocks these the stands that he would that otherwise would be showing for his 360 boots. So when I saw it this way, that's the thing. Like I was like, it's when especially for me, right? I don't have like towers or anything, and my setup's kind of compact on its own. It's just like the speakers and then my booth. So it's
yeah,
like when you're trying to if it's like I don't know. There's sometimes I do weddings at like big ballrooms and stuff where it's like it's so big and it's like when I'm just like in my little table on the side, it's like, oh, where's the DJ? Like you can't even like if you need to find him, you're like, oh, there's this guy over there on the side like with nothing around him. So in those kind of situations, it's like it's subjective, but that's kind of the time I think about using the facade in the back for that.
yeah. So like me, I only use the facade when I do like regular events, because it doesn't require
It's
like
easier.
yeah, it's easier and faster. Like
Yeah.
when I don't use the facade, I have to make sure that the cable management is good, like it's on point.
Right.
But when I use the facade for like regular parties or whatever, I don't worry about the cables that much. I just throw everything, and no one can see the cables, because I
Yeah.
have the facade. So yeah, it's less time consuming, but at the same time, I mean, I guess it really depends on the person and like your preference. Like the two legit, like right there, it looks nice. I mean, it's
Yeah.
okay. Would I do it? I don't think so. Not me. But I mean, I like it. I like the way he did it. It's just that I don't see myself doing it. Maybe it looks nice because he has those tubes. But
I think the
let's
tubes,
say,
but he just
what if
has
you
it.
take it off? What if you take the tubes out? Then what is that? What's the purpose of the background?
Then he
Of
has
the
he has the uplights on there too. So it's like
Yeah,
the
but you don't
uplights.
you don't need a facade for to put that. You can just put it on the wall and it looks better.
Yeah, you can have it on the wall too.
Yeah, so it'll look better to having it on the wall than just having the facade.
Yeah.
Then
But see, you can see he also he's I like how he's using it to like he has this cable coming here, but he's kind of using it to block some of those cables in the back that you'd see otherwise. Like otherwise you'd see the main power cable like connecting to the wall and he has some other cables back here that's like going to the speaker and stuff. So it does like in that example I showed for Daryl where it's like you could behind his podium it's just like you could see like just the black cables against the white wall. And at least in this, it blocks all that too. So it looks a little bit more. It looks a little cleaner in that
I
sense as well.
I guess it will also depend on the venue, because if the power outlets are on the sides and not right here like in the center,
Right, right.
then
So yeah, that's what
unless
that's
you're
what
running extension cords.
it's like. I think it's not to me at least. It's not that the one is better than the other, and like it just depends on each scenario. So I think it's good to have like it's good to bring it. Let's say you get there and you're like, oh, you know what? I think it'll look better if I have the facade back here. It'll cover up some of these wires, and I can light it up and add some extra like footprint to my setup. and then you have it there in the back with you, and you can put it. And then if you don't, you have it everything in your booth, you're good to go. You don't need to set it up.
Yeah, so definitely, I'm not opposed to it, but and again, it's great to have different options, and that's the reason why we have the lavish booth, because it was a different option that
Right.
we can use. Now, again, I use two different. I use my T7 for some events. I use my SX2 and my lavish booth for other events. I can use a facade if I want. If I don't want to use a facade, then I just use the T joint. Well, I'll call it T, but it's not a T. Whatever. It's
Extend.
next hand. Yeah, but it still looks like a T. It's just like a thicker one.
Yeah.
It's like a thicker T.
And the
Like
scrim,
I'm not
goes
with
with
the
that.
scrim. I'm not 100% happy with it because I don't like the scrim part of it. I don't
Yeah.
like how like bulky it looks. But as of right now, that's all I can do until something pops in my head or I find something that fits my needs or my height. But besides that, like I'm not opposed to it. Again, it goes into like preference. If you have a big setup with like a big rack and things like that, then yes, using that, it covers a lot and it makes it look cleaner. But if you're just using that to put like all of your bags and stuff like that, I think it's pointless.
Yeah, and I think some of these guys, right, which I don't understand. This is I'll say about this is that some of the boots, the custom boots that only have your controller and your laptop on them, I'm like, what's the point of that? It looks nice, like the horror board and some of those other ones, but if you have to bring an entire rack that you have to set up separately behind you, it's like that just adds extra time and stress. So that's the thing I like about our lavish booth or just other booths that have everything built in. It's like, all right, this saves time and it looks nice. Oh, what's up? Solstice is in the house. What it
What
do,
else, Dolphins?
Solstice?
Oh, but yeah, with regards to that, I don't understand why people will go with the ones that are like this thick.
Yeah,
Or
and then
like
you can't fit
you
anything.
can only put your controller and then the computer. That's it.
Yeah,
That that's not time productive. Like
yeah, and
the
then
ones that we
you're
use,
doing a
everything is
whole
already there.
yeah.
Literally plug and play.
Yeah, here's the thing. Yeah, he needs a whole 6 foot of table space. That's the other thing. So it's like
No,
you
but
do
that's different though because Solstice uses the facade in front of him. We're talking
right.
about using it behind us, not even in front of, not even to cover us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think
Some people are
this is
using it
where
in the back, and
well, I
yeah,
think
he uses a whole bunch of like shit. Like he has like the two computers,
yeah,
and he has like a whole bunch. Yeah, so he
the
does
sound
need a
squeeze.
6 foot table. It's understandable. Like
Yeah, so that's the
for him,
thing.
it wouldn't work.
When you have like more stuff, right? But that's the thing, like so it's kind of like we were talking about before. You have to have multiple setups. So it's like the lavish booth, right? Is nice for all right, you're doing a basic party, you just need music, you might be doing some basic lightings where you can use your IDMX Go or something and you know what you're gonna do. But then if you're doing a big event with more production, you got CO2 cannons, you need to have better control of the lighting, you have more things that you need to add, then
Then you can use the facade.
yeah,
Yes.
then you have to because it's like you're adding all this extra stuff that you don't have enough space for in your pre-built booth because that's kind of like one size fits all. It's like this is what you can fit in it, and you don't have many other options.
Yeah. So again, and it goes back to like your needs for and like Salsa says, he can't like the booth, the furniture thing. It doesn't work for him because he has so many things on his table. Plus, he be throwing like the special effects and things like that. So yeah, no, it doesn't work for him. For you and I, that we don't use all of that stuff, the lavish booth works, and
Yeah,
everything is already there. But my point is, if you're trying to have like the T stand looking, why have like why would you put a facade in front of it, right? The point was for you to show that what you have, your furniture or whatever. And why would you have it in the back if you're not gonna use it for a rack or like if you're doing a big again if you're doing a big production, yes, go ahead, like put the facade, and you can put everything in the back, like the CO2 cannons, or like your like Hora Loca stuff in there or whatever. But if it's something like some slight, there's really no point to have
Yeah.
a facade in the back.
One
Like,
one one thing I'll say is it was interesting because in my last video, I kind of asked the question like, all right, what do you guys do? What do you guys like? People with podium style booths, like, what do you do when you have an assistant, right? Because it's like, all right, you have your horror board in the front, but like then you have an assistant. Like, what does your assistant just kind of stand next to you, like on the podium, like in front of everybody too?
you
So
see, I don't have
yeah,
that problem because Pee Wee's is
Pee-wee-
never with me. Pee Wee's
yeah, he's on the
he's
floor.
dancing.
That's the thing. But
Yeah,
I'm
he's
talking
on
about
the
like if you have like a tech crew, or just the guys, someone that's just there like just to set up and break down and maybe do content or something like that. So what this guy Jacob wrote on my YouTube is that there are guys that do that, but they probably use the facade behind them to like for that's like where the assistants can hang out. They can like have a chair there, sit down there. So I was like that makes sense. It's like when you're doing when you have all these extra people, it kind of gives them a space that they can go, because when you sit down behind a facade, like people can't really see you either. So it's like they have a space they can go, they could, whatever, have water there and kind of hang out there on their phone, like during the event if they need to also. Because I was like, what do you do with these extra people when you have your podium style thing?
To me is if you're taking people and they're staying at the event, they need to do something. They have to do something. One grabs the camera, the other one, if you have nothing to do, grab your camera and start recording so I can get more content.
Yeah.
Or like Pee Wee's on the mic all the time. Randy's on the other camera. If you have nothing to do, like you have to do something. You can't just stand there. Like, yeah, it looks weird if you just stand there.
Yeah,
But I'm also not gonna hide you in the back. You're here to help. So do something. Like figure out, do something. I don't know, do something.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out as I like get people. Remember, 'cause I was asking you before. I'm like, yo, like, what do they like?
Bro,
where do you have them stand?
Worst comes to worst, get in the dance floor, start dancing. Add as a plant. I don't care, but do something.
Just party. Yeah, go eat.
Party, just have fun. We're all there to have fun.
Yeah, you don't like. They should be doing something. Like put them out in the crowd or getting content or.
But it's also it depends on us. We're running the show. We need to like be quick, like think quick. Okay, like he's not doing anything. I don't want him. I don't want him to think that he's not doing anything. And I like people that they're not doing anything. It can get to you, and you're like, oh, like I'm here doing shit.
Yeah,
like,
wasting my time.
So yeah, so something. I don't know. Yo, go get me some water or like something, anything. Or hey, by the way, when the crazy hour comes, I need you to grab the box with the lights and start giving it to everyone and like give out like something, right? So they know that they have a task to do. So
yeah, you gotta give them something to do.
Something to do for whoever is there. One, you don't want them to feel like they're not doing shit. Everyone likes to feel important in some given way. So that's what I do when I usually take one, like speak with myself, and then lately I've been trying to take Randy with me because he wants to learn, and like I'm happy to show him the ropes and the way I do things. So and then I have him. I'm like, all right, bro. When we have crazy hour, like, all right, go ahead and give everyone like the foam sticks and all of that. And then if he's not doing that, then you're go ahead and please make sure that the camera is recording. And also every so often, every 10, 20 or 15 or like 30 minutes, walk around, make sure that the sound is good and it's not too loud, it's not too low. Like, like I try to give things to do. So
another we can make that a video topic, like on this with your experience on how to manage assistants, and like how to manage people at your event because at the end of the day, it's like you said, you're the one that's in charge and you're the one managing them too. So it's like a thing that we don't really think about or talk about much.
Yeah. Smiley said, have you add drawers, sliders on the booth? No, I don't. Well, we don't have to because the booth is thick enough that we can put everything that we need. So we both have the same thing: our mixer, our microphones, our controller, and our computer. That's all.
But I think he's asking like to make it adjustments to it live, like So what I do, I can reach my hand underneath enough to like adjust. I can get it up to like the treble and the bass and the volume basically. I can control the EQ and the volume for all my for my mixers. So you kind of have to get your hand in there, but I can get it in there enough to just like twist it. The problem is yeah, like I'd say like a mic, like a cord goes out or something. I'd have to lift up the top off my booth and then like, you know, to actually reach the cables. But that's the
Okay,
thing
yeah.
with the wires, like it's being stuck in there. Like I'm not unplugging and replugging things at the end between gigs. So everything is just stuck the same way it was before. And then the dials I can kind of slide my hand over and turn them. Do you have enough space to like to turn the knobs if you need to like during
Yeah,
the event?
I can.
Yeah.
I have enough place to do that. The only thing I had to do was get the L shape,
Yeah.
right, 90
Exactly. Yeah.
degree angle thingy,
So
so
that
I can connect everything and the lid close. But besides that, it's fine. And every time I get to the event and I'm setting up the thing, I take out the lid and unplug everything and plug it back up just to make sure, like, you know, it's fully plugged and everything's working. And then
right.
turn it on, test it, and if everything works, I close it, and then I put the computer on.
Yeah.
So
That's the only thing is if something goes wrong during it, you have to open up the top to get it. But I've never like once I've gotten past the beginning of and the sound check. But this is just so you could see like you know, the volume knobs, which are the most important ones, are right there at, you know, easy
yeah,
access.
they're the first thing
Those
that
are
you
the
can
first
touch.
ones. And then the other, you know, then behind it you got the bass and the treble and stuff. Like those ones I have to like kind of get my hand in there, but you know, I'm not making too many adjustments on that stuff anyways, when you know, once we're going. And then
Yeah, me neither. Once we start, everything is already set up, so I don't touch that. If I need like more volume,
yeah,
um,
volume is the main thing.
yeah, the
But
main
that one's right
volume.
there, you know, it's
That's
that one's
the only
it's
one
not
that
a
gets
problem.
touched.
Yeah. The main volume, so that's the thing. That's the main stuff. And then Smiley, oh, he's building a custom booth. Nice. Bro, all you gotta do is just do two lavish booths side by side. And then like put brackets between the two of them. Just make one long ass lavish booth.
You know the one that caught my attention too? Like, it's not a facade, but you know the one with the TVs?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that one caught my attention too because
Yeah, that one's
it
interesting.
didn't look yeah, it was interesting.
No, actually
So
that might work because you could fit, I think on those TV ones, you could probably fit two controllers next to each other. And then it has two stands. You could do two laptops, one on each side too. If you look into those rolling TV ones.
well, no, not the rolling ones. There's new ones that it's like you buy the frame, and then it's
Oh,
four of them, and then it looks like the facade. Literally, the whole facade is TVs, and they all
oh,
connected to each other. It's pretty lit. It looks nice, but it's kind of expensive. So
no, I haven't seen that one yet. Here, let me show.
let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking about adding slides to mine in case I do need to do anything like video, whoever wants to plug in as
Yeah.
well. So okay, so for the videographers, if they want to plug into my stuff, they can do it through my mouse.
Mm,
They don't have to plug into
your
my
mixer.
controller.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. So I always talk to the videographer ahead of time, you know, when I'm setting before the event starts, and then if they need to plug in, then I have them plug in to my mixer beforehand, so I'm not have to pop the top off and do all that stuff.
So
Um,
I have the RCA out if someone needs it to, and I can adapt it to whatever quarter inch or XLR, whatever they need. I do have it on my
yeah,
mixer as well, but if they don't tell me prior, I'll just be like, yeah, you can plug into my
to the Maui.
44G2. Yeah,
That's
because
cool.
I'm not gonna lift up my thing just for you because you didn't tell me. You know, like
Right. Yeah, if you have a sub, actually no, you can't do it with a sub if you're depending on how you're running it. But yeah, this
yeah,
was I
no,
just had the Toad booth pulled up for Smiley, but this is an option. But that thing's like a tank, dude. Oh,
yeah,
Solstice says he likes his snap together facades. Yeah, so Solstice has a bunch of. I've seen your videos, dude. You have some cool looking facades, like, and they look different like every time. So I was wondering, like, where those
That-
type of facades are unique. I haven't seen those types of facades before.
one thing I like about Solstice is his setups are never the same.
Yeah, it's
There's
always
always
different.
something different. So like I like that. I like
But
seeing that.
even the facade, that's why I was like, yo, where do you get these facades from? Because they look like it looks like a totally different facade every time. So it's like if I got a facade, I would want some like that, you know, like other than just because everybody has the panel facades, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like, but it also has to be able to transport. That's my big problem too. Is I don't have like trailer and this and that. So the folding ones are the easiest to transport.
Yes, that's why I have my folding one too, because and again, I don't use it that much.
Yeah.
Only when I do
Actually,
little events.
I just sold the facade that I had in that gig log that I made, and because it's so heavy, it's like 40 pounds. So I sold that one, and then I'm gonna buy the Rockville one.
I have
Yeah,
the
I had this stupid facade, bro. I bought this one. It's a nice. It looks nice. It's the ADJ. It's like ADJ like pro event facade. So it looks nice and everything, but it's like 40 pounds. I'm like, why is? And I looked. The Rockville one is like 15 pounds. And I've seen like Jason has a Rockville one. I don't know which one you have, but I
I
think
have a Rugville too.
Solstice I've seen has a Rockville one, and they look. It looks great, and it's like 15 pounds or something crazy like that. So I'm getting them from my China supplier. Oh shit, that's sick.
Yeah, Solstice has everything from China.
Oh shit, dude, that's sick,
Yeah, he's huge on like China stuff.
bro. I need
It's
to
pretty
find,
cool. I think it's
bro. You
cool.
could, dude, Solstice. You should start like a boat lighting for facades with your China Connect facade, whatever, China Facade USA or whatever the company's name is, and then
And then
sell.
Smiley can do eBay.
Yeah,
An
then we got
eBay
eBay
business.
over there, but that's sick, dude. $65. See, that's the thing. You could, if you have the frame, then you could just change out the facades, and then to the client, that's all they see. So it's like they're like, oh wow, it's like
Oh, see,
something unique.
they can customize a facade. That's pretty cool.
Hey, shit,
Bro,
bro,
but $65 that's really good.
that's sick. Hey, drop the link, bro, if you want to share
Yeah,
uh
check the
to
facade knowledge.
connect with us. That sounds too good to be true. Oh shit, Drizzy Dre, what's up, bro?
Was that
Dude,
Junior Jersey?
this is my boy right here, dude. What's up, bro? First time on the live, dude.
Yeah.
We're getting all the West Coast people now that it's we're because now we're getting into 7 p.m. over there.
Oh, really?
Dude, Drizzy, what's up, dude? I shout out Drizzy in my last gig log because his my ceremony setup was looking really was looking pretty sad. So I was like, damn, I need to build a rack. And Drizzy has a nice ceremony rack, so I gave him a shout out in the last one.
Yeah, he does have a nice rack. Ceremony rack.
Solstice Lighting, Solstice Lighting USA, bro. Yo, what's up? Oh shit. Oh, Alibaba. Hey, you were just talking about Alibaba. The mic that you got is off Alibaba.
Oh, Alibaba. I've heard about Alibaba. I've never ordered through there, but
I think Alibaba is same thing as AliExpress. Yes, sir. We got Drizzy representing the Central Valley, and we got Solstice from like Orange County. But that's sick, man. That's sick. Thanks for
The Cali
no,
people.
that's for sure. So hey, if anybody's watching this after the fact, hit up Solstice, and Solstice Lighting USA will get you your new facade, custom built facade. No, it's actually dope though.
No, yeah, that's pretty cool. If
That they can do them custom.
yeah, with the fabric, right?
And hey, and for photo booths too, because you have a photo booth. So if you need a backdrop for your photo booth or something like that, because you know I don't have one, but you know I know people are always they're selling like different backdrops and stuff like that too. So if you they this sounds like this company does both.
I mean, anything that has to do with fabric, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. But Drizzy, when are you dropping your next gig log, bro? It's been a minute. Drizzy's been, dude. The editing has been crazy on some of the recent gig logs. Like it's like becoming like Hollywood level.
Yo, is Alibaba the same thing as the AliExpress?
I think so, dude. I think it's the same. Yeah, Smiley photo booth is the easiest add-on to DJ services. Yeah, man. That's what I hear. It's uplighting.
The regular
Uplighting.
one, it is not the 360.
Yeah. The regular. Uplighting and photo booth is the one that everyone says is like you get your money back the fastest doing it.
Oh yeah, uplighting for sure.
Yeah.
Uplighting is like stupid quick. You get the money back.
It's easy to sell that, and then photo booth.
But photo
also.
booth, like the regular photo booth, the station one, yes, that one's easy because you get your money back quick on that one too. Because one, you don't need an assistant, and it's pretty much like yourself.
It's just step and what is it called? Step and go or whatever. Like you just step on, step off.
Yeah. And as I do, there's specialist. Okay, where is it? That one. Let's do this one. AliExpress is business to consumer. Alibaba is business to business. So you need to have a business to get in there. They also prefer larger orders and have minimum something. Oh. Okay. That's why I have AliExpress. I don't have Alibaba. Well, not yet. But then I guess I don't need it because I can hit up Solstice and he can do it. He'll just go. No.
That's major key.
AliExpress is like Temu. Oh shit. Yeah, man, it's still Chinese, so it's okay.
It's probably the same stuff. Maybe next week. Oh, he got a podium style booth coming, and he doesn't plan to have a facade behind me. Damn, another team, no facade in the back. Bro, it might just be me and two legit with team facade in the back. and we got a lot of people on team no facade in the back.
Yeah, that again, I don't know why.
Maybe I need to try one of Solstice's facades in the back. Maybe that'll change everyone's minds. Put one of the Alibaba ones on the back.
If he doesn't use it, it's for a reason.
Who are you talking about?
Solstice. He doesn't use it in the back, so.
Well, he doesn't have a podium though. It's a different thing.
I know, but he has so many facades.
Yeah, he uses them in the front.
Yeah.
That's a different category.
Still facade.
All right, we got a shit ton of LED phone booths from Temu. They had 15 packs for $750. Oh shit. 100 packs of phone booths.
$7. I order 100 packs. Wait, 15 packs for $7? That's cheap.
That's crazy. One pack is like 100 of them, right? It's like Temu to go, dude. I gotta get on this Temu. I'm on Amazon still, bro. I'm on Amazon Prime. I'm behind.
Yo, Amazon Prime just got expensive, bro. For some reason, it's not what it used to be. Right now, Temu and freaking AliExpress and Alibaba and all these Chinese ones are right now.
I keep my gear on the table under it. Yeah, Solstice, do you have an assistant? Do you do like who does all the setup for you? Because you always have like huge speakers and lights, but it's always you in the videos. So I was always wondering.
He got someone recording him. I know.
Oh,
that.
Right. That's true.
I know that. He's walking and the camera following, so somebody's with him.
Yeah. Oh, no, all right, we need some. We got this is a good episode if you need plugs. So we got a facade and photo booth plug, and now
I think Temu is open to everyone.
I've never used it. I saw all those Super Bowl ads for Temu, and I was like, oh shit, this is like might be legit. They afford like 10 Super Bowl ads.
Drizzy, I think Temu is open for everyone, but like what Sosa said, Alibaba, it's only for business to business. So we all have a business. So as long as it's registered, you can get into that. But I think Temu is open.
Yeah, I think Temu you can just do like Amazon.
For the bigger setups with truss and dual subs, I have a lighting guy and a photo booth person who is also a roadie. She can lift. I've seen her on his videos. The roadie. I haven't seen like the guy, but
oh, that's sick. Yeah, I need to figure that out, dude. I had an assistant the first time my last gig, but like he's not.
But don't you feel like it made it make your life easier?
Yeah, this one was. I had to teach him like everything. I was just like, the entire time. I actually our setup was slower because I had to like show him everything, so I ran out of time. Like even though we got there 3 hours early, but I could see even at the end of the night, right? He already knew like where to put stuff, and he was doing things on his own at the end of the night. So I could yeah, definitely like I could see why it would be so helpful. But the problem is just this guy. Like I just need to find someone reliable to come consistently, or have like a group of guys that I can pull from, because this guy he's not available all the time. So it might just be like a one-time thing. But
Yo, Solstice has a whole team.
we got the
Yeah,
content,
you're talking about like a
videographer.
videographer, a guy that does content, then her the lady for the photo booth, and then the guy that like sets up with him. That's like 4 or 5 people.
So that's the thing, dude. You need that network, and especially content is like, I'm sure that's other clients see that, they see the high quality content, and that drives a lot of the bookings.
Yeah, exactly. The content I think is also very, very important, and that's something that Solstice does pretty good. Like his content, like the visuals,
Yeah,
are thick, like they're good quality. So that calls too. That calls for like attention. So that's good.
this weekend.
Tune in this weekend. I have a big laser setup back to back, a dual sub CO2. Oh damn!
Dang,
It'd be
bro.
nice to check that one out. Well, I have the notifications on, so once you drop it, I'll get it.
Who got the bell? I don't have the bell for anybody.
Yeah, I do. I have the bell for, well, not for everyone, but like for like people that actually like to watch.
You could have, it better be for Solstice, Drizzy, and Smiley, bro, and Jason. You got the
Yeah.
bell, and for me. You better get the bell for me, bro.
You have to, yeah, definitely. I have,
all right, bro. Show me.
but not a lot, but yeah. And Timos for everyone. Just use a credit card. You can dispute charges in case, or you can use PayPal too, and then it's like more secure, I guess.
PayPal is good for. I had something not show up, and I got my money back from PayPal.
Yeah, and it's faster too. Like
Yeah.
the thing is faster. Let's see. The content is huge. I've never had anyone interested in lasers until I had some dope videos with it. Now they go out pretty often. It's because like one thing, like out of anything that the Solstice do, like the one thing that I really like is like his light show. Like that's mainly
crazy.
the crazy thing about it, like his light show. I like it. I don't know if I would like ever, like his lights are always different too. Like he's
always a different setup.
Stuff. It's always different, yeah. So I think that like that's fun to see. Okay, what light setup he got now. So like things like that. It's pretty cool.
And I like seeing what I think he does cool too is like I think they're strong. They're like big uplights, but basically you use those as like a wash light, and then he puts them down the sides of the truss too, like so it's all facing the dance floor,
yeah,
like blinders. Because I was thinking about doing that with like the IR4s, because those are you could stick them on. They're not as powerful as the ones that he uses, but you could do something similar like that with the IR4s.
You'll blind a baby.
Yeah. No, this thing they're still bright enough, so if you have a bunch of them like that, like as on the dance floor, it could, and you have them like synced up with DMX or something, it could have a similar kind of effect.
Yeah, because when like the beat drops on like certain songs, and you're doing like the blind strobe thing, it looks nice.
Well, the other thing is, right, they're all wireless too, because so most of the lights we use, we have to plug in power to them, or like even moving heads, you got to get a power cord up there. You got to hide the power cable, but all these lights are all wireless. They're battery powered and wireless DMX, so you don't even have to put wires up to them. So the setup becomes a lot more streamlined too. That's why I liked that idea of just using like both IR4s or like wireless uplights, and just sticking them onto that, and you don't have to worry about so much fewer cables.
Yeah, that's one big. That's a big one.
Yeah.
The built-in
like on the gravity stands, like if you put a moving head up there, you still have to hide the power cable like you do for the speaker, and you can still kind of always see it, even if you like put it right down the back and stuff. So it's like if you have wireless lights up there, then you can just raise it up as high as you want and not have to worry about like the power cable. But
Yeah.
no, this was all right. We got I guess we were still talking about facades. We were talking about Chinese facades. That was cool though. Thanks for stopping by, guys. We're 20 minutes over our usual time.
Yeah, guys, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you guys' time and all of the comments. It was great talking to you guys today. Make sure you tune in on the next one, and we'll come with more topics for you guys. If you guys want, feel free to text. Well, if you have, I don't have you have a number, but like
Comment.
comment and let us know if you guys want us to talk about something else, and we'll definitely put it on the next show. All right, but remember, every Thursday, 9 p.m. California,
Or if you
7
want to
p.m.
join, for one of our sessions.
Oh yeah, if you wanna join, if you wanna be part of this, let us know. Send us a message on Facebook, Instagram, or here YouTube, and we'll be more than happy to keep adding people into this. It's fun. It's fun just to like sit around and just talk about DJ content and the DJ related stuff and learn from each other. Pretty sure that we can learn a lot from a lot of you guys. So we'll love to hear from you guys.
Also said one last comment. Zip ties are great for hiding cables since they're strong and can get that cable nice and tight. Yeah, I've used zip ties before too.
I seen people using like bungee cords.
Bro, I have those right here. Where that should go? Hold on. All right, since we
But
let me just
are they slick though? Because
Yeah,
the
good.
bungees are kind of thick. Like the balls are thick.
So this is what I use.
Yeah. See.
So the ball is thick, but the thing is it's black. So at night, and you can position it, right? So you can position it so that only in the front, all you can see is like this, but then yeah, behind your pole there'll be this black ball.
Oh, okay.
You just pass it through there, and then it's like in the front it's just like these two cables, I mean these two things. Yeah, bungee cords. They're faster. That's the thing. They're faster. So I like them.
Like the zip ties, you have to like cut them. And...
You have to cut them. That's the thing. Yeah. So I used to use zip ties. I use gaff tape too, but they were also like it was annoying to have to tear the tape and stick it on and then tear it. This is just like bam, you just attach it onto there and it works pretty well.
Yeah. So and that's another reason why I got away from like the EVs.
Yeah.
Because it was so much time consuming to put like the skirt
to manage the cords.
And and then put the cords through that thing. I was like, I don't want to do this no more. So just having the 44 G2s is like, boop, 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 boop.
That's a huge.
That's it.
That's
and
a huge
the cables go from the bottom, so we don't have to like hide it. It looks looks pretty cool. So all right, guys. It's nice. Once again, nice talking to you guys. We'll see you next Thursday, same time. Wait, yeah, no.
Yeah, next Thursday we're good.
Okay, yeah, next Thursday we're good. So drop some comments down if you guys have anything that you guys want us to touch on or talk about. If not, we'll come up with something. And if you want to be here, let us know. We'll send you the invite, and then you can just jump in with us, and we just have fun and talk about DJ stuff.
Yes, sir.
All right, you guys have a good one. Peace.
All right, peace.